Music Access. When that movie that you've wanted to see for a long time finally opens, when your friend introduces you to a really great restaurant, when you come across free tickets to an amusement park, when you have all day and nothing to do, when you can't study, or even when you're stressed because of your boss at work, if there is only one person that you want to call, and if that's the only person you want to contact, then don't you think you should be spending this Saturday with him or her? That person is probably the only person that can make you happy, right? So, if you want to start off 2015 on a happy note, gather up some courage and make the call. You deserve it. Ready? Go do it! The first song we listened together to on Saturday, January 3rd was The Best Song Ever by One Direction. I'm BIG's Benji, here filling in for Aaron on Music Access. So, I've been filling in for Aaron since this Monday, so it's already been 5 days, and today is my 6th day here. In that short week, 2014 passed, and we greeted in the new year, woo, 2015! And it really was a special week for me, meeting new guests every day and meeting all of you guys here on Music Access. It really felt different being on the other side and actually being the host of a radio show. It was definitely different being a guest than being a DJ, because as a guest, I didn't really have any responsibilities. I came in and it was just, say whatever I wanted to say. But then as a DJ, there is a certain responsibility and gravity that this position holds that really taught me not just about being on the radio, but I also, to a certain extent, think that it helped me grow as a person, even though it was a really short amount of time. So, with all that being said and the heavy stuff, let's take a look at what's up ahead this weekend. On Saturdays, we go on a sweet email date, you and I, with You've Got Mail. And instead of Aaron's picture diary this week, we'll have Benji's picture diary. I'm going to draw a picture of what was the most memorable thing for me this week and let you guys listen to it and see it. And in the second hour, we're going to find out what you guys are doing over the weekend with You've Got Message. So let me know what you guys are doing, what your plans are, and the songs that you want to listen to. And here's a quick reminder for our Sunday Corners. We have a chance to read your messages that we didn't have time to get to during the week with You and Me song, as well as message time and Just Ask Benji right now. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Just ask your questions by writing Just Ask on your title, and I'll answer them for you during the second hour of our Sunday show. We're trying our best to introduce all your messages on our Saturday Corners, You've Got Mail and You've Got Message, as well as on our Sunday Corners, You and Me song, Message Time, and Just Ask right now. So please remember to send us your messages. Also, don't worry if your message didn't get introduced during the week. The messages that we didn't get to cover, we try to cover during our weekend shows. So listen for your messages during the weekend as well, alright? Here's how you can listen and participate. You could download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio application on your smartphones, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong area. You all have been sending in some great song requests as usual, so as always, keep them coming by posting up a message on our message board under the title Request. Now, let's listen to not one but two songs before we come back with You've Got Mail. The first song is Love Will Take You by Angus and Julia Stone, followed by Marry Me by Train. Instead of saying sorry, instead of saying I miss you, instead of saying I love you, you've got mail. You've Got Mail is for our MA family to write about something special that happened to them during the week and writing it like a real letter. If it was something that happened with your family, it could be a letter written to your family members, or if it was an incident with a friend, you could write the letter to your friend too. If you're really shy, you don't have to put your name on it, and we'll keep it anonymous. Anyone who wants to send out a heartfelt message to a friend, family member, schoolmate, etc., you can send the letter to us on our message board under the title You've Got Message, and I'll deliver it for you on air every Saturday at this time. Alright, let's check out our first email. Our first message comes from Darcy Ann of the USA. And she writes, Chin Hanan, dear Benji, bon samedi. Oh, I'm sorry. Bon samedi. Happy Saturday in French. I hope I said that right. She writes, the other day I posted a message to my sang, or brother, Chris, offering to tuck him into bed with a kiss for each cheek when I realized he was so very tired. He responded back with an omo nuna. He liked that I did that, though I double-checked to make sure, and I was also very happy when he said that he liked it. I need to be more affectionate to my sangs in the future. They need to realize I love them very much. Take care, Benji. Darcy Ann. Oh, that's so sweet. That's cute. You know, taking care of your brothers. For me, like I said on our Wednesday corner when I was with Jimin, you know, I'm an only child. So growing up, I always had to imagine what it would be like to have siblings. And whenever I ask my friends, they always, you know, siblings do fight, but in the end, there's the sibling love that exists, that I really think that Darcy Ann, you are sharing with your siblings, and I think it's really cute, you know, kissing each other on the cheek, and, you know, I'm assuming it's little brother, because you said Nuna, so, you know, keep spreading that sibling love and peace, and for everyone around the world, spread the love. Alright, thank you for your message. And now, let's listen to two more songs before we move on. The first song is Stronger by Kelly Clarkson, requested by Evelyn of Singapore, followed by Marry Me, not by Train, but by Jason Derulo, requested by Maith of Peru. Alright, the first song you heard was Stronger by Kelly Clarkson, followed by Marry Me by Jason Derulo. I'm Benji of BIG here on the first hour of Music Access's Saturday. Well, it's time for Benji's Picture Diary. This is for us to think back on this week and remember the most memorable moments here at Music Access and try to draw it into a picture. Well, I finished my picture diary for today. Why don't we take a look? Benji's Picture Diary. So, the picture that I drew, it's very colorful, you know, lots of flashing colors, vibrant. I drew the desk that I'm currently sitting on, this microphone that is broadcasting my voice to all of you Music Access family members, and I drew in a bunch of fireworks and colors and faces, and I drew especially the chair that I'm sitting on. So you could say that I drew my view from where I am right now. And what I wrote on the bottom is first time as a DJ, first end of the year, and first brand new year. And this was on Saturday, January 3rd, from Benji. So the reason that I drew my viewpoint here is because, you know, even as a guest, someone might say, oh, you know, it's similar to what you're doing right now. But for me as a DJ, there's so much more responsibility, and there's a certain air about becoming a DJ that makes sitting in this position so much more different. And what I wrote the first time as a DJ, that might be obvious to, everyone here. It is my first time as a DJ. And so I was always worried, and like I said before, I was always worried I'd make mistakes and that, I'd be too nervous to get through it. But, everyone listening, all you Music Access family members were so supportive from the very get-go that it was impossible for me to be uncomfortable. Just every passing day, I became more used to the situation. Every guest that came in was so nice, and we matched so well that, it was impossible for me not to feel at home here. The reason I wrote first end of the year was it is the first end of the year as an idol for me. And so, in addition to that, it's also the first brand new year as an idol. So, what I'm hoping for in 2015 is not just for everyone to have, love and share the peace and have a great healthy year, but also hopefully in 2015, BIG will get bigger. See what I did there? But, I'm hopefully that 2015 turns out to be an amazing year for everybody. So, I'll be putting up my drawing on our photo gallery after the show. So, don't forget to check it out and leave me some comments, Tell me how my drawing was, how bad my handwriting is. Alright, now let's listen to 2 songs before we come back with more You've Got Mail. The first song is Paparazzi by Lady Gaga, requested by Vanesita of Peru, followed by The Last Time by Eric Benet, requested by Mayuko of Japan. You just heard Paparazzi by Lady Gaga, followed by The Last Time by Eric Benet. I'm Benji of BIG, and it's time for your emails with You've Got Mail here on the first hour of Music Access Saturday. Alright, let's check out our next email. This comes from Crimson Rose from the USA. She writes, Dear Benji, I saw a picture of a handsome guy eating an ice cream cone and my heart melted. I wondered to myself what it would be like to give this guy a sweet kiss. I may never get the chance to do so, though that doesn't mean I don't want to. Ooh. He looks so adorable in all of the pictures I've seen, and I know he's very shy, so giving him a kiss might embarrass him a little. I would really love to meet this sweet guy in person, along with his equally adorable friends from the same group. Ooh, 사랑해, Rose. So, the first time I read this, I read this and I thought you saw a picture of a guy and it was just like an art picture. And then, in all the pictures you've seen, so it's a real person. And you want to meet this guy in person along with his friends from the group. So, would I be wrong in guessing that this guy is from an idol group? It's really, I think, really cute. I think it's adorable that you want to give him a kiss. And in terms of this guy, I'm gonna call him Ice Cream Guy. In terms of this guy, I'm gonna call him Ice Cream Guy. Let's see, would he accept your kiss? I mean, he probably would accept your kiss. It might be a little bit embarrassing for him at the start, but, who couldn't accept a kiss from a girl? It's a gentlemanly gesture to accept a kiss like that. You can't reject something like that, right? Anyway, Rose, I wish you good luck on your kissing endeavors. So thanks for your message. Now, let's listen to 2 more songs before we move on. The first song is Mama by EXO, requested by Fernanda of Mexico, followed by Sad Movie by Beast, requested by Miyu of Japan. Ooh, the sound of a violin. The songs you heard were Mama by EXO, followed by Sad Movie by Beast. I'm Benji of BIG, and it's time for your emails with You've Got Mail here on the first hour of Music Access's Saturday show. And our next message comes from Kimberly from the USA, and she writes, Happy New Year to Benji and the MA staff. Ooh, Happy New Year, everybody. My wish this year would be to meet that special someone, Benji. Ooh, last year I saw him once when he was passing by after the end of a BIG performance. I only saw him from a distance, so this year I really want to see him up close. He seems like a really cool guy to talk to. I hope I can go to Korea again next summer. I want to meet Benji. He's so cool. Aw, that's me. Thank you, Kimberly. You know, next time and you come, and if you see a performance, call out to me. You go like, yo, Benji, I'm Kimberly. And I'll be like, yo, what's up, Kimberly? What's up? You a cool girl. I don't want to talk about, but really, you know, next time if you come up and you see me, you know, don't be afraid to come up and give me a high five. And this goes for anyone listening to this broadcast. You know, all right. Thank you for your message, and as always, thank you for sharing your thoughts with me on You've Got Mail. I always love hearing from you guys and finding out about what's going on in your lives. You've Got Mail comes every Saturday, so if you've always wanted to participate but couldn't this week, don't worry. You can always send your letters to our message board under the title You've Got Mail. It could be an email for me, but it could also be a letter for someone, a friend, a family member, teacher, crush that you've been wanting to talk to but didn't have the courage to, or anyone in general. I'll gladly pass the message along for you. Now, let's listen to a song before we move on. The song is With You by B.A.P., requested by Heather of the USA. It's already the end of the first hour. Right after a short break, we'll be back with You've Got Message, where we'll find out about what our family members are up to this weekend. Now, this song is Behind Blue Eyes by Limp Bizkit, requested by Yvonne of Germany. Sup everyone, I'm Special DJ from Music Access, BIG's Benji. The second hour of our Saturday show has just begun, and our first song starting off the second hour of the show for Saturday, January 3rd, was Sing by Ed Sheeran. Alright guys, here's how you can listen and participate in. You could download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio application on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You could also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong area. Now let's listen to two songs before we come back with You've Got Message. The first song is For No Reason by Joanna Wang, and the second song is Pots of Gold by Mama's Gun. Spending Saturdays with our MA family, I'm Special DJ for Music Access, BIG's Benji. What are you doing this weekend? Let me know what you're up to by sending me a short message. Now, let's go to our first message for You've Got Message. You know, 2015 just passed, and it is always, as it is a new year, time to make resolutions. And just in time for that, our first message has this person's 2015 resolutions. Alright, so our first message comes from Linda Garcia from the USA, and she says, I am currently in Phoenix, Arizona, and we are still waiting for the new year to arrive. Oh, so this happened a little bit before the new year. This year, I am striving to, number 1, develop healthy habits. I don't want to think of it as dieting. I like to think of it as a healthy lifestyle. This isn't just limited to eating and exercising. I also intend to be more positive and love myself more every day. I will tell myself something positive about myself every day. Well, that's a good idea. Number 2, 한국어 매일 공부. Study Korean every day. I can speak Konglish, so throw in a Korean word here and there, but I haven't studied as faithfully as I promised myself I would. Ooh, good goal. Number 3, improve on my Spanish. Ooh, that's a double language. I can communicate well, but my business Spanish needs improvement. Que vergüenza. How embarrassing. I hope I pronounced that right, because I never studied Spanish. But, you know, as I'm telling everyone who's learning Korean, it's a good language to learn. You know, it's always tough learning new languages at the start, but once you get past a certain level of excellence, is that how you should put it? Then it becomes a very important skill. You know, it's not good just for business in general, but also it's impressive knowing more than one language. And developing healthy habits, 2015, I think that's a good resolution, not just for Linda, but for, you know, everyone in general. Always strive to be more positive, love yourself, I think self-love is a very important thing, getting that confidence up. And as always, think of a healthy lifestyle. Health is the number one important thing above everything else. All right, Linda, thanks for your message. And now let's listen to two songs before we move on. The first song is We At It, We At It by EXE, followed by 눈, 코, 입 by Taeyang. The first song we heard was We At It by EXE, followed by 눈, 코, 입 by Taeyang. I'm the special DJ for Music Access, BIG's Benji, and we are continuing to look at our family members' plans and events for the weekend with You've Got Message. Here is the next message, and it comes from Merv from Turkey. And it says, "Hello, our handsome and cute Benji. I have a question for you. What do you do when you can't fall asleep? And can you say Sizi seviyorum for your Turkish fans? It means I love you." On a side note, if you guys want me to say something in a foreign language, if you put the pronunciation, it could definitely help me out so much more so I could say it just perfect for you. But as it is, I will say it the way I can read it. Sizi seviyorum, which means I love you in Turkish. I hope I pronounced that right. What do I do when I can't fall asleep? I usually listen to music. That's one of the things that I do a lot. I listen to music, usually a kind of a down-tempo song right before I sleep. And sometimes, if I really can't fall asleep, I watch dance videos a lot, actually. Dance videos really help me get my energy up and prepare me for the next day, just because I get excited about being able to, go to a practice room and dance. So, those are a couple things I do when I can't fall asleep. What do you guys do, As always, let me know. Send them in a message so I can communicate with you. All right, Merv, thank you for your message. And now let's listen to two more songs before we move on. The first song is 나는 달라 by Hae Soo-hyun featuring Bobby, followed by 지워 by Hyorin and Ju-young featuring Iron. What's up, guys? You just heard 나는 달라 by Hae Soo-hyun featuring Bobby, followed by 지워 by Hyorin and Ju-young featuring Iron. Oh, that's really interesting. Both songs were a dual artist with a feature. I'm your special DJ for Music Access, BIG's Benji. And spending Saturdays with MA Family here on You've Got Message. Let's go to our next message. This message comes from Madison Rice from the USA. And she writes, "Happy New Year 2015, Benji. My name is Madison Lee Rice. I love BIG. You're my bias, and I hope you guys will come to Atlanta soon for a showcase. I am 19 years old. I have autism, and I do Special Olympic softball and basketball." Ooh, what's up, Madison? Oh, thank you, because you picked me as your bias, In BIG, if you pick me as your bias, I send you that much more special love. That's a joke, though. But, in terms of our American plans, as always, I am from the States, so if we ever get a chance to go to Atlanta, you know that we will do it, and we will put on a performance. So you do softball and basketball. Ooh, I did softball when I was little, and then in basketball, I always wanted to do it because it looked really cool. But, because I was doing violin, it was very dangerous, and, with the hands, we had to be really careful. So I never really got a chance to do it. But I am really glad that you are active, physically active, because really, I think sports is a great way to not only get exercise and get that cardiovascular stuff, but it's a great just method of keeping fresh. I don't know if that's a term that people use, but being, moving. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, thank you, Madison Rice from the USA, for your message. And now let's listen to two more songs before we move on. The first song is 착한 아이 by AB featuring 빈 하늘, followed by 신촌을 못 가 by The Postman. You just heard two songs. The first song was 착한 아이 by AB featuring 빈 하늘, followed by 신촌을 못 가 by The Postman. I'm special DJ for Music Access, BIG's Benji. And what are you guys doing on this Saturday? Let's find out more through You've Got Message. And this message comes from Tony from the Philippines. She writes, "Happy New Year, DJ Benji. I welcome the new year by lighting up some fireworks and eating lots of food. And right now, I'm spending the afternoon listening to none other than Music Access. Have a great year ahead." You know, Happy New Year, everyone. I think I said this before, but I'll say it again. 2015 is going to be a great, great year. 2014, there were a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and, it was a good mix. But, most importantly, in 2014, B.I.G. debuted. But, besides that shameless plug, I apologize for my behalf. It was a very eventful year. So hopefully in 2015 we can look forward to more positive events in 2015, and it'll be a very successful year for every person on this planet. That's a big message. Alright, let's do it. So before we move on, let's listen to two more songs. The first song is Come On Over by Jeff Burnett, followed by Ghost by Ella Henderson. Alright, you just heard Come On Over by Jeff Burnett, followed by Ghost by Ella Henderson. I'm special DJ for Music Access, B.I.G.'s Benji, and spending Saturdays with our MA family. Let's go with one more message. This message comes from Stephanie Wences from the USA, and she writes, Hello, LOL, you're like teacher, message to Mr. Benji Obar. Telling us to do homework. School is so boring. It's so tiring. LOL. Was there a time when you were done with school? Ugh, it's no fun, especially nowadays. Like, school is hard, and then the pressure people do on you. Also, people are disrespectful, and too much bullying. It's tough. For me, I also had a tough time with school. It was more because I was focused on the violin more than anything, so I had to work between, school, not being able to really hang out with anyone, and then just doing violin a lot. But, I heard school can be a difficult time for people in terms of, bullying does exist. It's something that even if you don't see with your eyes, it's something that you should be aware of to a certain extent, and, be on the watch out for. If someone's getting bullied, step in, help them out. But I do have this to say. School does help so much later in life, and no matter how difficult school can be, really, it's just a certain period. Once this period is over, if you had a successful school time, it really pays off later when you go to college, not just college, because that's also school, but after college, when you go to a professional life and, you get a job and all that stuff, you'll look back on your school years and you'll laugh. Right now might be hard, but I promise you, you work through it, and later you'll look back and you'll laugh, and you'll be like, oh, Benji was totally right. Alright, thank you for your message, and this is the end of You Got Message. No. But, as always, if you have any more questions for me, let me know, and ask your questions by writing Just Ask on your title, and I'll answer them for you during the second hour of our Sunday show. So, we're trying our best to introduce all of your messages on our Saturday corners, You've Got Mail, and You've Got Message, as well as our Sunday corners, You and Me Song, Message Time, and Just Ask Right Now. So, please remember to send us your messages. Also, don't worry if your message didn't get introduced during the week. The messages that we didn't get to cover, we try to cover during our weekend shows. So, listen for your messages during the weekend as well, alright? Here's how you can participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio application on your smartphones, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Now, as it is in Korea, the start of a week is, calendar-wise, is Sunday. Although, a lot of Korea takes Sunday off. So, it is almost appropriate to say that this is the end of a first week, almost. Not quite, but close. And for me, it is the start of a weekend. But am I going to get to play? No. What am I going to be doing? What will I be doing? Can you guess? Can you guess? It's practicing. Because, I wish that there was something fun I could do. We could go to like an amusement park as a group. We could go skiing as a group, because it is winter, you know? Are you guys skiing right now? Let me know. Actually, I do want to know if people are skiing right now, because I heard that in some places it's not snowing nearly as much as it used to. But, you know, it's an interesting winter. Global warming and stuff. Alright, so it is already time to say goodbye. Aww. So our last song for today is You Got Me Wrapped Up by Ollie Murs featuring Travie McCoy. I am Benji of BIG, and I will be back tomorrow. Now it's